46 years ago, I met the most beautiful woman in the entire world, right here. I just finished one of my classes, and I decided to take a walk down to Villa Pier. When I went on that walk on that day, my eye was caught by the most beautiful woman sitting right here. She wore a bright flowy dress and a purple scarf around her neck. She sat on the left side of the bench with her left leg crossed over her right. Her head was turned to the left as she stared off into the distance. It was like a movie scene. For that singular moment, time stopped. I was floating in air, awed by this girl next to me. After a lot of contemplation, I finally worked up the courage to say hello. Hi. I just wanted to say your dress is lovely.
Thanks.
Can't get enough of that sunset, huh?
I could stare at it for hours. You know, my grandma used to tell me that sunsets are just the little glimpses of the streets of heaven. I mean, it's almost impossible to watch a sunset and not dream. No one can be sad or upset when they see a sunset. It's simply impossible. I'm Amy. Nice to meet you. And you are?
George Ellis. Ever since then, I never let her kind eyes out of my sight. I actually proposed to Amy right in this very spot. I planned the whole day out. We started with a nice breakfast and ended with a picnic on this very bench. Towards the end, I sort of just got down on one knee, and she said,
Yes, yes, 1,000 times yes!
I'll never forget the pure joy in her voice. We soon got married and spent 35 years together. We watched our 3 children, Lisa, Elizabeth, and Peter, take their first steps, enter their teenage phases, and graduate from college. I saw so much pride in her eyes as our children graduated. I don't think anyone was screaming louder than her. A few days after our youngest's graduation, Amy was diagnosed with stage 3 liver disease. A few weeks later, she went into liver failure. The doctor said there was nothing left that we could do. My love, my wife, and my partner left me on March 18th at 9:47 p.m. As she lay in her bed, she spoke nothing but happy memories. And in her final moments, as she reminisced about her life, all she said was,
No one can be sad or upset when they see a sunset. It's simply impossible.
People always wondered why she loves sunsets, assuming that everything has its end. But it was the color of the sun that made her happy. It reminded her that no matter how awful the day was, there was always something beautiful in the air. I honored Amy by throwing her ashes and memory into the ocean where we met. I come back to this pier in remembrance of her. That's why I'm here today, because who knows what tomorrow will bring.
I'm so incredibly sorry for your loss. The paramedics found him unconscious in his living room. There was nothing else we could do.
We performed CPR, but for 15 minutes he was still unresponsive. Time of death was 17:28.
Again, we are so sorry. If there's anything else we can do, please let us know.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. You stood there while he was unconscious, letting him die, and no measures were taken, no medicine was given?
No, we performed the measures that we believed were reasonable, but it was his time to go. There was nothing medically we could do for him. He'd been down for too long.
So you just stood there with your fancy little stethoscope and watched him die?
Elizabeth, calm down.
No, I am not going to calm down. These doctors stood there blindly watching our father die.
All right, that's enough. Thank you, doctors, for your time. I truly appreciate it.
They let him die.
I know, but you know as well as I do that 15 seconds is a long time to go without oxygen. Even if Dad had his heart start beating again, he wouldn't have wanted to live like that. He wanted to be free. can't talk about this right now, okay? Neither can I.
Hello. Hi, Peter. She's busy right now, but I can leave. Okay. Okay, I'll get her. Lisa, could you come here for a second? It's your brother.
Can you tell him I'll call him back? I'm doing something right now.
He really needs to talk to you.
He's probably just wanting to call about this
Lisa,
weekend.
seriously, come here.
What is it?
First, I need you to sit down.
Can you make this fast?
I'll be
Peter?
fast if you let me talk. Now, please, sit down. Olivia and I are currently at Liberty Hospital. Dad had some complications to the point of no return. He's passed. The doctor. Hello?
Peter, I'm gonna have to call you back. I'm so sorry. Amelie, Mary, could y'all come here for a second?
But
Your
Dad.
game is gonna be there when you get back. Just come here. I need you two to be really strong. Can you do that? Granddad George passed away tonight. He had some trouble with his heart, and the doctors were unable to sew it back up. I just want you two both to know how much he loved and cared for each other.
When will we get to see him again?
Where did he go?
Did he go to dinosaur heaven?
No fair, Granddad. You got to be a T-Rex before me?
I'm sorry, you want to do what?
I want to honor Dad the way he honored Mom. I mean, come on.
But having a funeral would allow us friends and family to mourn together.
You know it, and I know it. That's not what Dad would have wanted.
Oh, you know what Dad would have wanted.
Lisa.
Seriously, Peter, what magical power did Dad bestow upon you that you are now able to know all of his wants and needs? Can you do it on everybody? Here, try me!
Stop! Just stop! Elizabeth, what do you think?
I heard people use mushroom degradable caskets. It's a compromise, at least.
Elizabeth, why would you even suggest that?
First thing that came to mind, I guess, learned about that sort of stuff in college.
I'm gonna ignore that suggestion because it's ridiculous.
Look, I know we're all dealing with this in different ways, but I think it's important to put Dad first. That pier meant so much to him.
It's just a pier. You can find those all across California.
Get over yourself, Lisa! That pier was where he grew up, where he met Mom, where he proposed, where he was happy. Did you even know that he would walk there once a week to watch the sunset with Mom?
No, I didn't.
Then stop lecturing me on Dad, because it doesn't seem like you knew him all that well either. I was there for him the most when he lost Mom. Where were both of you? Yeah, right, too busy to help.
What the hell are you laughing at?
I'm sorry, this is all just hilarious.
How so?
Ever since we were little, the two of you would just try to one-up each other. And even as adults, you're doing it now.
Okay. Anyways, so...
Remember how Mom used to always say, sunsets are small glimpses of heaven? I can see it now.
Remember Christmas Eve when we were and go and see that giant Christmas tree decorated in all those lights with hot chocolate in our hands? That was the best.
I remember how I used to come out here to study all the time while Mom was painting. I never knew how many sunsets she painted.
We're ready to go.
Oh, and remember when Dad and I jumped off the pier with our surfboards? I almost killed him.
Oh, and the apple barn and great memories.
Can't believe they're gone. Both of them.
It doesn't feel real.
I'm just thankful for the time.
Hey, just look at the sunset. I know it sounds cliche, but really, no one can be sad or upset when they see a sunset.
It's simply impossible.